right? Yeah, I decided to do a live stream tonight. I'm in my kitchen. I'm wearing my overalls, just kind of hanging out. And I am actually making a cabbage soup that has meat sauce in it. And, I'm just going to make sure that my audio is okay because I don't know if my audio is working here. Let me see. Well, it says I'm live streaming. And why isn't it letting me click on there? I don't know. Do you guys hear me? Okay, nobody's here. Nobody's here. All right, let me try this. Just want to double check that you can see me live streaming. Okay, let me go to my library here. Okay, hold on. Why can't I look at this? Maybe I'll wait till somebody comes in and tells me that they can hear me live. I don't know why I can't. Just give me a second. I think I might, why am I having issues? Let me see. Live. It's not showing me here. It shows I'm live here, but it's not letting me click on it. Why are you being like that? Why can't I click on myself? Here we go. It shows I'm live here, but it's not letting me. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can hear me. I can tell you can hear me. All right, so I'm gonna make some cabbage soup, and I kind of pre-did everything. So what I did was, and I sat and I cut a red onion up, and like tears came down my eyes. So to redo my makeup before I came on today, but so we're cooking cabbage soup, and I made this soup for the first time over the Christmas time. And I did a version of it, and I brought it over. I spent Christmas with my mom, and I said, Mom, we were thinking about, like, it was because it was just the two of us for Christmas, and I was thinking, okay, well, we were gonna maybe have Chinese food for Christmas together, and and what was really cool about what my mom did is, like, I grew up with Earth, Wind, and Fire, the band Earth, Wind, and Fire, and they had this concert that they did that was televised. I think it was on NBC. And she recorded it for me. So I watched that on Christmas. I actually cried when I watched it because I love good music. And so, I mean, some of the songs just brought so many great memories back and everything. So we did that. But I said, you know what, Mom? I'm going to make this I have this cabbage soup recipe. And what I like about cabbage soup, especially if you do it with ground beef, you have this, it's like comfort food, and it's fairly healthy because, like, I'm gonna tell you the ingredients that I already chopped it all up, right? I'm gonna cook the meat right here while I'm talking to you, but so I'll show you. I cooked these, I chopped these red onions up, which, oh my God, I cried for days. Oh yeah, you guys are here. Sounds delicious. Hi, beautiful lady. Hi. My name's, well, you know what? I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm sorry. I'm blind practically. And I've been crying. Let me step out of the frame here for a second. Because I want to, when you do a vertical live stream, it's like a little bit different. I think I have my green glasses today. Oh, here comes Orlando. Orlando's joining us because he knows, he's like, there's something going on in there. I might miss out. Okay, cabbage soup, yes. What are you making? I'm making cabbage soup. Yeah, I'm making cabbage soup. My mom needs glasses too. And laid back. Oh, well, thank you for saying that I am pretty and laid back and chill. Welcome to Not My Rabbit Hole. Yeah, we are feeling pretty chill today. Here's Orlando. Hi, Pumpkin. Yeah, he wants to, say hi. Come on. Yeah? What do you think? We're making cabbage soup. Yeah? He was on the bed, like just relaxing and everything. Okay, so cabbage soup. These are the ingredients. A medium head of cabbage, right? Carrots. And I just took some out of a bag, right? I didn't really chop up the carrots. I just threw the carrots in there. Okay. Celery. You chop up celery. Boom. Put celery in there. And I've got some garlic, but I'm also going to add some garlic to it. But first I'm going to fry up the meat and get that started. Kitty. Yeah, he wants to, I put a little food out for him. This is Orlando. Come on. Yeah, baby, come on. Yeah, pumpkin. Yeah, you gonna miss out on something? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, now I gotta wash my hands because if I'm gonna handle the meat and the food, that's not good, right? All right, I'm putting a little Dawn soap on. All right, so I'm gonna put the heat on here and cut out the meat. So, and I just pretty much put it all in here. I mean, I'll get it all going here in a second. And this is just regular hamburger meat, and it's a lot. I mean, I ordered it, I get a lot of my groceries sent over from DoorDash. Okay, so I usually don't, I'm really not really a chef, all right? I'm just I thought maybe I'd just do something creative. I mean, so don't go, oh, wow, this is great stuff here. So I'm gonna he knows I'm cooking, so he's gonna be making some noise here. So I'm just gonna kind of get the meat you want to chop the meat up, of course, but it's got to get, I don't have one of those, you can't see what I'm doing anyways, right? Just I have one of those, I don't have one of those, you have those cooking shows and they have those little things that you put down in the meat that kind of separates it. I just do it a la freaking fork. I might bring the camera over here and flip it so you can see it, but I kind of got it started there. Okay, so I don't know. It seems like there might be some new people coming to Not My Rabbit Hole. If you're new, please like and subscribe. What we do here on Not My Rabbit Hole, if you're here for the first time, because it looks like there are. I'm making that too for dinner. Lavender guitarras. Are you really? That's kind of it's kind of interesting. Stacy Wilson. I have 13 cats. Wow, that's a lot. I have 10 birds and they're blue and green. Not in my rabbit hole. Not in my rabbit hole. Well, that's good. I guess maybe you're not making stuff here. So I started this channel. I guess I should maybe I don't know. I don't want anything to happen to my phone. I could point us over this way so you can kind of see more that way. That works, right? That works. That's a better shot. I started on my rabbit hole during COVID, and I started this channel or this show originally on Spotify, and it was going to be a podcast originally where I would just, do a satirical rant on things that, were happening in the world and everything. And then this channel kind of became a little bit different because my background, or how a lot of people know me on the internet, is that I was on some channels that dealt with UFOs and paranormal and stuff like that. And I'm still into those topics. As a matter of fact, I just did a show about James Rink, who was part of the, claims to be a super soldier and somebody that I knew from way back when. And interviewed somebody else who's also a psychic soldier recently, Jerry Avalos. And then I've been covering and sort of busting Sarah Rachel Adams, who was like a fake multidimensional healer, who has gotten into some trouble with doing a mushroom ritual that actually caused herself to be intubated and other people to be intubated. And so that's a lot of stuff going on. Now there's also a lot of drama happening with some groups that I've been involved with. Here, let me bring this over here. And it's starting to get, because you want to cook the meat up first, right? And when I did it last time, let me go through the seasonings, right? All right, so I'm going to add Laurie's California seasoning salt, right? My mom said that she added this to the other one, the other batch that I made, and she goes, you know what, you should try it with Laurie's seasoning. I think you're really going to like it, all right? So on Mom's recommendation, I am doing Laurie's seasoning salt instead of just regular salt. You want to add some Italian seasoning. I have a little extra garlic seasoning. I'm also going to add just regular pepper, and it's kind of like all you need. So once this gets done, then I will add it takes about 2 liters of beef broth to put it in the crock pot. And last time I let it cook for 8 hours. I think I'm going to go on the high, which I'm going to try to do like a 4-hour cook tonight. And at that, it'll probably, give me like a bowl like around 9-10 o'clock maybe if it's ready. So I'm going to try to move it a little bit quicker. Okay, so one of the things, and I'm assuming like there might be some people that are watching. How interesting! Like 11 likes and 2 people. Oh, you have 2 cats. Stacy says she has 2 cats. That's great. Okay, so one of the things that's been going on with me is somebody gave me a copyright strike on my channel yesterday, and I actually did a counter notice on it, and I won basically. It was a fair use situation, and the person was trying to stop me from talking about a few things that are going on. I have been cyber stalked on the internet by basically a group of people. Okay, I know that probably sounds really weird. And I know that there will be people who will be reviewing this, and they will know exactly what I've been talking about because this has been an ongoing situation. But here's the skinny, here's the tea of what happened. There is a person, his channel is known as Nasty Troll Media, and and I talked about this on the other stream, which was the one right before this one, so if you want to go back and review the initial incident. But I've been having a conflict with this person, and let me just chop this up a little bit. And there was a stream that they were on a panel show, and it got super heated up. The panel show got super heated up, and this person attacked another person that is involved in all of this. And I talked about it yesterday in the morning. I did a camera share, and recorded some of, and did commentary over some of the stuff that was discussed. At which point the person who has been stalking me, and if you listen to that, you'll hear the whole story of how it happened and how it's been going on since 2018. They were screaming and yelling at somebody in this chat, and I thought that his anger was something that I wanted to show on that stream, and what was going on, and kind of cover things that were happening over that. And I was sharing, I was doing a fair use on another person's channel. Her name is Blazing Scar. And they were having this panel, and I was doing commentary on that. And then it was somewhat a portion of what I was talking about, but then I went and talked about other things, and I didn't use that footage at all. And because of the fact that he's an artist and has like a little thumbnail that it's a little Siamese cat, and it was like a Zoom, like it was on StreamYard. So, like if there's a panel show on StreamYard, you see a bunch of people will have their avatar instead of showing their face on camera. And that's what he had done. Instead of showing his face and participating in the conversation, he used this little avatar, which was something that he as an artist had made. So what he tried to do to take my, I had the video, I had just finished it. I'd done a thumbnail for it afterwards. I popped that thumbnail, all of a sudden I get a copyright strike, and I'm like, what? It hadn't even like processed or rendered yet. Hadn't even processed or rendered yet, okay? It's cooking up faster than I thought. And I get this, I get this strike. Basically to stop what I was saying to be heard. Because there was no reason for this person to have given me any type of strike. And I wrote a counterclaim, and I've got some videos that, you can hear me talking about what I did. All right, I wrote a counterclaim for fair use, explaining what it was, and I got the counter notice, accepted by YouTube. YouTube referred it to them. And then the copyright was taken off my channel. Like, most likely, when you do a counter notice, that is a legal document, basically. If YouTube accepts your counter notice and they go, yeah, this is good to go, this is good enough to be a legal notice, then they refer that to the person who did the copyright. That person has 10 days to come up with a lawsuit. There's certain criteria that they have to show that they're doing against this particular claim. Otherwise, they just release the copyright and you just move on. Now, I believe that that's what happened. Or, YouTube said, no, this is not copyright at all. And they just wiped the strike off. So the strike was wiped, although the video's not back. But what happened is I already streamed the recorded video version of that, where I don't show anybody's avatar. And you can listen to the recording of that, which I restreamed yesterday, which I'm probably going to be the one that I'm just going to keep up anyways, because that just really works. But this guy, Nasty Troll Media, is still, out there saying that saying that he has copyright strikes against me, or he's gonna come and take me and sue me for it or do legal action. I have none of his content up on any of my platforms, which is it's just another way that he's intimidating me. And I've been having things just to give you them. Well, I'll tell you in a minute, because I gotta season and focus on the meat. And while I'm focusing on the meat, I'm gonna play another YouTuber talking about this incident and what's been going on with me and what they have witnessed. So, let me pull that video up here. Where's my... And let you listen to it. This channel is Albus Lepus, and it's by Daniel Dowd, and he has something to say about this, and then I'm going to go season the meat and let you listen to this while I am cooking.
Stupid. I'm just smelling myself. Dumbass. I'm sure you don't bathe in the consensual cum in your hair.
Well, that part's not so good.
There.
Okay.
Hey, good news. The copyright strike on Tere's video.
He says, good news, the copyright strike on Terry's video. Here we go.
It was removed, which means guess what? Stupid AI art making nasty troll media. You wanna be fucking cool guy. You're the most not cool guy I've ever seen not be cool before. Like, it's pretty fucking cringe how not cool you are as a person. And the fact that you have to incessantly be a hypocritical fucktard all over the internet by claiming that, like, oh, all Jesse's doing is attacking... All you do is attack Tere Joyce non-fucking stop. Dude, the majority of your page is AI-created artwork that you claim isn't AI. Yeah, the fuck it is. That's AI. Bro, that's fucking AI. All day long, all night long. I don't give a fuck what you say. All night long. I can look at your shit, and it's made with AI. You can sit around like Thomas does and try to lie to everybody about not using AI to do shit, okay? But if you think everybody is retarded and can't look at something so obviously fucking AI created, as if you created this with like some pencils or some paintbrushes or some shit people aren't allowed to share, your copyright fucking faggot material? Yeah, the fuck, I can't. See where this one's at? This one's on my Google Photos. You know what it means when it's in my Google Photos? Mine, bitch. How about that? Oh, but what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything about it. I'm showing your YouTube. Did you know you're allowed to do that? You're allowed to show things. And when I say all you do is attack Tere, look, you're attacking Tere. You're attacking Tere. You're doing some other bullshit. Oh, you're attacking Tere. Let's see. What's this? Ooh, case details. So you're attacking a woman, 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 then your faggot ass jumps up on like the dumbest bitch's channel to try to like plead your fucking case that Jesse is a bad person for attacking that bitch while you're doing the exact same fucking thing, guy. And yet there are other males out here who would absolutely enjoy to sit there while you spurg the fuck out, take the smallest little breath, and destroy you every about 12 seconds in between your breaths. Because, I mean, you really didn't stop talking. You just kind of ran your mouth for a while and then made no real valid points. And then tried to, like, call the kettle black. And you did that in front of everybody that we say is a bunch of lying, LARPing, grifting fucks on the internet that...
Okay, so, yeah, basically what he's saying is, because, like, one of the criticisms that Nasty Troll Media put out there, you know, to Jesse was that he was being rude and insulting women, when in fact Nasty Troll Media like does AI images of me that are absolutely grotesque, and he calls me a freak and an it and a beast, and you know, I smell bad, and you know, accusing me of, you know, crimes I've never done. And I mean, this has just been going on and on and on. And he's been tracking me since I've been on a show called Lift the Veil that Nathan Stoltman says I was never on. Now, on most of my videos, I have a QR code. I'm going to upload a short here pretty soon that will kind of show, like, if you want to see that I really was on that show. I found it in the Internet Archives. I was on it in December 2018. And so that's how he started following me, right? Way back when. And he's intersected with all these other players like, you know, Denise Matau and Thomas Schoenberger and all these other people. There's the whole drama LARP. This is Daniel Dowd. They attacked Daniel Dowd as well. The same kind of, like, you know, we're all child traffickers. We're all guilty of these things. It's a Thomas Schoenberger shadow box bot defamation campaign that several different people online participated in. I know that sounds awful or like unbelievable, but it's provable. And so a lot of things ensued. I showed this footage. He tried to shut me up with a copyright strike. I'm pretty sure he's watching right now, and he's gonna like keep perpetuating that I still have a copyright strike. He's like, Tere, you know, your monetization is gonna go down. No, it's not. My channel is absolutely fine. And I'm really like happy with myself that I was able to get the right legal terminology to defend myself against what he was doing. And you got to ask yourself, why is it that he's trying to stifle what I'm saying about what's going on between us? I had threats from profiles on his channel that said that they were going to find me on the campus that I'm going to college at. I'm a graduate student getting an MFA in creative nonfiction right now. I went back to college. I got a degree in digital journalism, graduated with that degree last semester. For the last 2 years, I've been really literally threatened of being confronted on campus. It just happened recently again by a channel called Internet Troll, random.internet troll that spooked around on David Schurter's channel and accused me of that, saying that I was going to SWAT him. Then that ran out for a while. Then that channel went into another. I was in Jesse's chat. It found me and it listed some courses that they thought I might be taking next year and said that they were going to meet me on campus again. And these guys, like, those kind of things I've got to report. I've got to call the police and say something about it, because, like, who knows who's saying those things? Are they really going to show up? Are they really a student? Like, maybe they think that, oh, you know, it's nothing. We're joking. Like, you know, don't worry about it. It's something, you know, I literally had to take responsibility for that. Compile a list of things of people that, hey, this is what the similarities are with that account. And these people over here that are also I'm getting threatened on, which was on Nasty Troll Media's thread. And I was talking about these things, and he literally, because he was on a panel show, he wanted to claim copyright by his thumbnail. And it didn't work this time. It's not the first time he's trying to do that. He's done the same thing for me showing his timeline, like which Daniel Ryan Dowd is doing right now on his channel. Showing his timeline and what he was doing to me on his YouTube community page. We're not talking a video. We're talking a YouTube community page showing what he's posted. And because he had that little thumbnail, he did strike my channel about a year ago. And I didn't know how to defend it at that time. I know how to defend it now. I know the right legal language now. This time he tried to pull it with a video. So you have to ask yourself, why is somebody doing bogus copyright strikes like that when it's fair use, just so that they can stop me from saying what I'm saying about them? and defending myself against them and being worried about it. And then I have like, people like Blazing Scar and stuff like that running around saying, oh, you're not a victim, you're a Karen, and we're not doing anything to you. I've literally had my family doxxed, all the way down to my maiden name, places I lived at, professors that I tutor for. I mean, it got nuts. People calling my jobs, trying to get me fired, like Denise Matau. Blazing Scar threatening to call my job. Thomas Schoenberger, contacting the dean of the mass communication department to tell them that I was lying about him. Contacting the faculty advisor for the paper that I wrote for the rampage at Fresno City College. And then he lies to the MSU journalist and says that he wasn't the people that were trying to sabotage my job, when in fact he was. So this is the kind of fuckery that's going around here. And all these people are sharing each other's stuff, showing up in each other's chats, and confirming the lie and making the threats. And they go, oh, you're a Karen, you're a Karen. Well, I don't know, walk in my shoes. When you have people talking about the city you live in and the state and the schools that you go to and your legal name, and they're searching your family members out, and then they're posting your phone number, they're leaving harassing phone messages on your phone. That is cyber stalking, and that is an ambush, and that's threats to create fear in another individual. And that's what Nasty Troll Media is guilty of. But he wants to copyright strike me to talk about it, to make sure that you don't get to hear and see what his actions are. I'm going to let this play a little bit more.
Don't give a fuck about the truth. So when you do that with those people, it really puts you in a boat with fucking liars. You know what I mean? Like, you're just hanging out with some fucking liars now. Good job for you, bud. That's going to make you look better, just like it did Aaron Cox, a.k.a. Goldman. Well, that guy really doesn't look like a fucking piece of shit more than he did, because he just wanted to run his fucking mouth. He wanted to fit in for a fucking minute, right, Becky? Because that's what you like. You just like fitting in with fucking people. You're like, I'm so stupid. I need approval from random internet people. They're way younger than me, otherwise I won't ever feel
So that's gonna like come down here in a minute. I'm gonna let it sort of like settle. I'm talking over him right now, but I'll play it some more. I'm gonna let that settle for a second, and kind of cool off, and then I'm gonna put the meat into the crock pot. All I have to do now is like put the broth in there, maybe add a little bit more seasoning, and then we're gonna get it to cook. And I thought maybe like, I'm not gonna do a stream like all this time to like wait for all that to come out, but I thought maybe I would maybe do a short video of me showing the soup and eating it, or maybe just showing you a picture. I mean, it just depends on what happens. And so anyway, let me read. Lord of Darkness! She won't be alone. Why are a group of people trying to silence truth and perspective with less fear-mongering? Yo, sup? Hey, Smokey. Don't let your wig fall on the meat. So this is the kind of harassment that I get. Like for example, let's talk about the wig. This is not a wig. This is my hair. This is actually my hair. I mean, here, let me go like this. Okay? Let me show you my scalp. All right? Let me show you this. See my scalp? This is my hair. It's beautiful. It went white. I think it's gone beautifully white. I used to have black hair. I used to have dark black hair. And I had my first white hair when I was 15 because I have scoliosis, which is a spinal curvature. And I wore a back brace when I was in, elementary school. Yes, I was the girl. Phoebe and Michelle's high school reunion, I think it was Phoebe that wore the brace. I was that character that had the back brace on. You know, like 16 Candles, Joan Cusack is wearing that thing under her neck, and that was me, all right? I was the girl with the back brace, right? And then when I was 15, when I made it on the cheerleader squad for JV cheerleader, I got diagnosed. It got bad enough to where I had to go in for back surgery up at Stanford Medical Center when I was 15 years old. I have 12 vertebrae fused in my back and a metal rod in it. So, so after I had my operation, and I was a cheerleader. I went to every single football game with the body cast that went from here to here, and it really sucked because I always had to be the T. All right, so I mean, it was like, how is it that you're a cheerleader and a body cast at the same time, right? You're like, what an experience is that? But I was a cheerleader, but I was kind of like outcast cheerleader because it was like, oh my God, how did the drama girl get on the cheerleader squad? You know, it was kind of like that. They smelt that I belonged in the drama club, right? And so I went to the drama club. And then later on, I starred in a show called Vanities, which follows cheerleaders in Texas to their adult life. And they were really shallow and everything. And I'm like, I'm going to play that part. I know those girls. And I'm going to act them. And I did. And I'm going to brag right now because like right before when I did that part, I was 20 years old. And I got accepted in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts for acting in Pasadena. And it was the first time I ever had a review in Fresno for a lead role at the dinner theater. And it said, worth the price of admission with my performance. Yes, thank you very much. I can even read it if you wanted. But yeah, I really kind of stole that show. And I had the cheerleader experience to do it. But getting back to the hair, I had a white hair at 15 over the stress of the operation. And so my hair was prematurely going white. Like I started to dye my hair at 23. I have really thick hair. I have Latin heritage. I'm half and half. I joke about this. I am half Mexican. I look white otherwise, but I had that beautiful dark hair, you know, and it's strong. And it's thick, and now it just went white. And to be honest with you, I really, really am digging the white because it reminds me of Storm and X-Men. So, they keep saying, oh, don't get your wig, or you're wearing a cheap nylon wig. It's like that is part of like the harassment. That like you're saying, oh, well, that's not really harassment. You know, people just saying that you wear a wig. But when you have someone like Patrick, who's Nasty Troll Media, doing images where, the wig has blood dripping off of it, he's now saying it's just crayon, it's blood. Or you have like this other channel and on, holding up a wig with blood on it, it starts to get not funny. Like when you have like Titus Frost with his QAnon sect website, having me as Peppy the Frog with a wig on being beheaded by another Peppy the Frog with a wig, these are kind of like undertowing violent images, really. Now, I know you're like, oh, this is comedy and blah, 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 and, it doesn't really mean anything and no, but, there is like this level of unease that I have felt from having those things done, knowing that they are doing that for my benefit. Like I'm being beheaded, even if it's a drawing, right? Like there's still this unsettled feeling about it. For example, if you go on Nasty Troll Media, like for example, okay, Anon, that account that started doxing and harassing me and working in coordination to what was going on at Fresno City when Denise called my job, there was, they made a voodoo doll of me. They made a voodoo doll. And when they come back, they usually show this voodoo doll image again. I have like a video of the voodoo doll. I've shown the voodoo doll before. And so, the fact that my channel's called Not My Rabbit Hole, right? And the fact that my channel is called Not My Rabbit Hole, And, you know, there's the rabbit theme, right? What they have, oh, my Uber ride just got more affordable. What he has done, Nasty Troll Media, is made these rabbits that are a rabbit voodoo doll. And there are all these images of me dancing with the rabbit, or the rabbit threatening me, or the rabbit and this, or the rabbit and I making love. I mean, there's just like this voodoo rabbit that Patrick wants to exploit on his channel. And there is even a video with the voodoo rabbit that's called 30 Seconds to Die. And that's for me. That's for me. See? 30 Seconds to Die. What message is that? What message is that that's happening there? You know, right? But how do you convict those things? Oh, it's no big deal that people are threatening to meet me on campus and they're listing classes that I might get. But then, like, you know, they want to call me a Karen, or Thomas Schoenberger wants to minimize it. I've said, I'm afraid of Patrick. I said it yesterday. I'm afraid of Patrick. And they're like, oh, you know, you're a lol cow. You're, you know, like, it's been so over the top that when I tell people, they're just like shocked. They're like, really? Really? Like, this is happening? But, you know, there's laws. I mean, I am defamed and I have lies said about me almost every day from David Schurter. You know, I'm a child trafficker, I'm this, I'm that. It's a total lie. I was going to SWAT his house. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And then forget about like talking about my physical appearance, or how fat I am, or how old I am, or what a hag I am, or, you know, my hair is a wig, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to kick that person out of this chat right now because, I don't know. Let me, here. They're like, I'm going to hide this user. Yeah, that's how I do it. It was like, the person was going by fuckface3000. Like, I think if you created like a profile called fuckface3000, like, you freaking have to go. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let this play. I'm going to let the Lord of Darkness talk some more. Here we go.
Okay, to be gay is what I'm saying. Just stay away from my butthole, you know. It's time to get fancy.
Okay, he's playing music. I don't know. Is that, I don't know if that's copyrighted music. I might have to edit that out later. Maybe I'll like play some of my music that I have, just like to go in the background while I'm doing the meet or whatever. How many people? Let me see. Let me... Like, I can't believe there's people, like, I go, I'm cooking, and I'm streaming and cooking. I got people going, oh, you're wearing a wig. Don't get your wig in the meat. Like, they show up for this. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for popping my numbers. I mean, because that's basically what you're doing. Like, when you come in, like, you know, I get paid for that. I hope you, when you come in to harass me, I get paid for that. So thank you, you know. I'll cry myself all the way to the bank. I mean, I'm being facetious right now, but you think you're like saying something like, oh, Tere, you know, you got that wig, you know, you're wearing a wig, blah, 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 blah. How is your day today? It's Friday. I love Fridays. Because when it's Fridays, you're like, oh my God, it's the weekend. Okay, I got Saturday and I got Sunday. And so Friday's the beginning of it. And I really like that. All right, this is some music that I created for Max Spears when I did a show on him. Oh, by the way, I just saw this video. I'm going to do a share on this pretty soon. Black Balloon. Do you guys ever watch Black Balloon on YouTube? Well, Black Balloon was talking about like these soul transfer things. I know I'm gonna go woo. And Orlando, it's not Orlando Bloom, but it's like Orlando Brown. I think he was on the Cosby Show, is talking about it. And then it pops into Max Spears talking about it on one of his last interviews. And then there was this blend over discussion that happened on Black Balloon about Max Spears. And I thought, well, that's kind of interesting to talk about, right? So here is some music I traded.
From certain families chosen for their bloodlines.
I
Them to obey commands.
basically what this is like clips of another show, a little bit interspersed with music. So I want to let it play while I'm doing this. Why not, right? So you don't get bored.
Without remembering anything afterwards. People who worked with him, like journalist Miles Johnston, later claimed that Max believed he was about to expose a new generation of mind control systems. Johnston said Max told him he was close to proving that psychological warfare and trauma-based programming had evolved into something global. He said Max described it as a fifth column of predators inside humanity itself.
He crossed the veil and he named the names. Played the occult, dangerous game. Ooh. Laptop missing, SIM cards burned. A mother waits for the truth unlearned. A lover swears he touched the fire. Mind control. And when the curtain falls, we'll know. Was it real?
Maybe I should get closer, right? All right, we'll go like right here. Okay, wait. I'm just like getting some of the juice off of it. I mean, fat. I need a man to open up jars for me.
The theory that gained the most ground was that Max had uncovered the modern face of MK Ultra. He had said many times that the old Cold War mind control projects never really ended. According to him, they just changed their names and moved underground. Max had described these programs as still active, now hidden within defense research, psychology labs, and even entertainment networks. He said they were no longer about secret machines or chemical experiments, but about total psychological control. He told listeners that he was part of it once, that he had been trained under something called Project Mannequin, a British offshoot of M.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get all the meat to fit into the crock pot. It's like really full right now. So I might have to like save some of the meat for another type of dish, which I can turn it into spaghetti or make tacos. I know it's got an Italian seasoning in it, but you know, I can do other like a taco salad or something like that. So I might have too much meat. So we'll see.
In the shadows of Canterbury skies, eyes wide open to invisible lights.
I created these songs actually on Suno.com. I mean, they are AI songs, you know, but this is a remix of some other songs that I created. But this is the Motown remix of the original songs that I made.
On the rise.
12 days before his death, Max Spears sent his mother a text that simply said, "Your boy's in trouble." No one knew what that meant. 12 days later, he was gone. His body was found in Poland, and the story that followed was anything but simple. Some say he was sick. Others believe he was silenced. Before his death, Max had been talking about secret cloning labs, mind control programs, and military experiments that were never supposed to be public. He called it proof of a hidden system built to control human evolution. Authorities called it nonsense. But when his laptop came back completely wiped and his phone mysteriously destroyed, even skeptics started asking questions. Was Max just another conspiracy theorist who went too far, or did he stumble onto something real?
I think I'm gonna fit all the meat in it in this one batch.
He crossed the veil and he named the names. Played the occult's dangerous game. His laptop
Listen.
soon cards burn. My mother waits for the truth unearned. A lover swears he touched the fire. Mind control. Is this our final hour? Final hour. He died for you. Would you die for him too? He danced on the
One more.
would you dance there
Here we go. And you know what? Men are more important. They're more useful than just opening jars. So I don't mean to be insulting. But yeah, I always kind of joke about, like, God, if there was just a man here to open this jar for me. Okay.
He named the names, played a dangerous role. SIM cards burned, laptop lost. He paid the ultimate cost. The CIA, they knew him well. He crossed the veil. It's not hard
I'm
to
going to put this here for right now.
hard to tell. He died for you. Would you die for him too? He danced on the veil. Would you dance there? He died for you. Would you die for him too? He danced on the veil. Would you dance there?
I'm going to add a little bit more water to it. Just like, it's like,
But he ended on a hopeful note, saying the heart was the one thing that couldn't be controlled, calling it humanity's direct link to something higher.
Is the most resilient part of the human being. It's the heart that they have the most trouble with, because it's directly connected to divine source. And what they are trying, what this particular consciousness, vampiric parasitic consciousness, is trying to do is take over control.
Right, I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning salt. I think it needs it. Okay. Another tablespoon. I mean, this is a huge pot. But it's pretty simple. It's a really simple recipe. It's inexpensive. Cabbage is really good for you, and you can do like a vegetarian version. You can put on my way to my mom's, I took an Uber, okay, and the Uber driver gave me his recipe of how he likes his cabbage soup with like kielbasa sausage and red flakes to add some spice to it. Like, I'm gonna experiment with more cabbage soups. It's low calorie, it's filling, and you can put it, like, if I want to, I can freeze some of it and do it later, and it's really great for anybody who's on a college budget. So, which apparently, according to David Schroeder, I'm trafficking children for. Let me just make sure. Here, I have to make sure that I have it on high, because I want to put this on high. All right, so I got to clean up my kitchen now, because it's not bad. It's not going to take me that bad for me to clean it up. And let me finish this last song, and then maybe I'll like respond to some of the things that you guys are saying. Okay, so Albus Lepus 3301 and Daniel says, "What are you cooking?" Yeah, or Davis. I don't know. Davis Game World second account. What am I? Yeah, I'm making cabbage soup with hamburger meat. Yeah, that's what I'm cooking. Yeah, nothing really great, but it's just something that I thought I would just do, and I wanted to. My mom recommended, because I did this I made it over Christmas. I know you're like, how pathetic that you're eating cabbage soup on Christmas, but we loved it. Because Christmas can be anything. Christmas is really about who you're spending it with, I think, now at this point. But anyways, I used my mom suggested, she had put a little bit of Lari seasoning salt in this last batch that I did, and she goes, you should try it with this. So I wanted to try it, and it's basically hamburger meat. It's garlic. I did a few cloves of garlic when I cooked it up with the meat. It's cabbage and carrots and celery, and onions. This one, I put a red onion in it. The last time I did a white onion, and I thought, well, I'll do this something different rather than setting in doing the StreamYard and setting in, or not having a camera on. I kind of like doing these vertical live streams once in a while. I think they're fun. Water, not booze. I just feel like I get people she's an alcoholic. Thank you for the 17 likes. I appreciate that. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give a background on the whole, people saying that I got a copyright strike and they've got something on me. They don't. Trust me, though, Patrick's going to probably still be posting on Acetron Media that he's going to come after me for copyright or whatever. It's just kind of delusional. I think at this point. I want to say, I know you're here, Daniel. So thank you for saying those things and pointing those things out that is going on with Nasty Troll Media. I feel like right now that people are beginning to understand like what's been happening to me with that part of it in relationship to everything else that's going on and how that it interconnects. And I said earlier that when I started Not My Rabbit Hole, it was just like, it was supposed to, I was going to do a satirical rant about what was going on. I started it during COVID. And then after I, went to college, and then after I started, doing Not My Rabbit Hole and getting involved in this, right now, I feel like my focus is I do an overview on digital commentary. I do commentary on what is happening in digital media. And that does involve cyber stalking, and that does involve targeted harassment by a certain group and a collective. And I'm more interested in looking at the overview and how it connects politically, who the players are, how long it's been happening. I'm more into the social digital culture aspect of this. I mean, I know that there are people, thinking that I'm, fighting them personally, but in reality, they're just basically an investigation for me. I mean, I'm being real about it. Like, even from day one, and I know it's been hard for me because I wasn't expecting this kind of assault to happen on the internet. It's, to have them assault, like to run a pedo smear campaign and then come into your private life with your work and your job and this, desire to sabotage and ruin your reputation online. I'm going to fight back. I have my own algorithm. I have my own thing going on. And not only am I fighting back, but I'm wanting to explore what it takes to get them to stop, whether that be through the court system, the law, like, for example, the police, FBI, whatever this is. How do we educate people and make it so this can't happen to somebody? Because there are some people that get so overwhelmed by this kind of activity. It ruins their life, it ruins their livelihood, and they become like they want to end their life. And we have already lost people within this community that have done just that. And I think that is interesting research to go into. And so I'm gonna shake my beautiful hair. I know your bitches are jealous, right? Go back there and Tere Joyce. Go ahead. Have a great weekend. And I will show you what this looks like and tell you what this batch tasted like. Because every time you cook something, it's usually a little bit different, right? All right. Should I play around with AI just to see like what happens here? Oh, retouch is on. Oh, I'm touched up. Okay. Let me see. What should we do? Oh, I've already done the lips. Big head. Big head. Big head. Big head. Big head. I got a big head. Okay. What's this? Okay, that's blue retro. We've done that one. Mirror side. Okay, we did that one. Oh. These are the lips. Let me see. Heart eyes. Hi. I love you. Okay. Look at these eyes. Ah. I hypnotize you. You're MK Ultra. What's that? Okay, that's got. Oh my God, I love this. Oh, I don't know why. This is kind of fun. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, this is really good. Hi, my name is Tere Joyce. How's it going? Thomas Schoenberger, you need to leave me alone. You need to leave me alone, Thomas Schoenberger. Okay. Let me stop that. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye. Bye for now. Hello, goodbye.